Hello everybody and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us this Monday, start of a brand new week and of course a brand new launch. We're here for launch day, the launch of the brand new template library expansion pack 2, the blue. What's that? Is what? No. Is it? Sold out. Thanks very much, everybody. See you later on for Monday Makers. Can you imagine? I'm not kidding about the template library having sold out. Thank you so much to everybody that jumped in this morning and got it. It has gone. We had people shopping for it yesterday. The rest of you bought the final sort of few hundred that we had over the course of this morning, and they are gone. So we've got 2 shows to fill. What we intend to do over the course of launch day is bring you some deals that we didn't have that we've managed to get into this show, which we think would work brilliantly with your new template library, like the Ultimate Pro, which we're going to be looking at. We've also brought back some brilliant deals that we've had over the last few days, like the Duet ink pads, and still a great deal to go for is our pick of the day, which we'll be looking at in just a bit. Alongside that, lots to look forward to as far as Monday Makers is concerned, with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Monday mega deals. And I'll double check with your man over the other side of the studio there, but I think what we will do, because there was quite a lot of clamour for it, that we will probably still do some of the projects from the brand new template library, because I think quite a lot of you want to see those. Like I said, it's not just me over the course of this 2 hours. I'm here with my crafty partner in crime. It's the one and only Mr. Craig Laird. Can you believe it? It's launch day and it's all sold out.
See you later on.
He's gone. We're all going home. We're all going home. You're up for making a few cards though, right?
Yeah, we will do. We'll still do a couple of projects over the next couple of hours from the template library blue. But yeah, what we will do is we'll have a look at some of these deals we managed to get in for the show. As you were saying, we did touch upon it. This was actually before we realised we would actually get the Ultimate Pro on this show. We talked about earlier on how the Ultimate Pro, hand in hand with the template library, whichever expansion packs you've gone for, is going to work a match made in heaven for sure. So yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the Ultimate Pro, maybe do a little bit of inks, because it's the first time I've managed to have a play with the inks. We'll have a look at expansion pack blue for everyone that has got it. So I did say in Wake Up Call, if you didn't see Wake Up Call, of course I've got more demos that we're not going to be able to get done within this show. So what I will do over the next week or so, I will film them and put them up on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel. So everything that's got organised for this launch show, it will not go to waste. It will go across there on my page.
Excellent stuff. And as always, it is a good opportunity. I think this is going to be a bit more masterclassy, and of course the opportunity for you to ask those questions. So if you've got any questions about anything on the show, if you've got any questions about your new template library, fire those in and we'll certainly tackle those. Radical Rachel is on the socials this afternoon. Alicia Gordon says good morning and greetings from Arkansas. I'm working whilst listening to my favourite channel. Peace and love to everybody. Sarah Brown says, hello again and good day, my crafty friends.
Good day, mate.
Sending you hugs from Melbourne, Australia, Craig.
Put another shrimp on the barbie.
Put another shrimp on the barbie, mate.
Gallo.
You're great. What do you say?
Flaming galah.
You're flaming galah. Carletta Morris says, hello everyone from Arkansas. Is that, what you watch? Is it Arkansas and Arkansas? Are they 2 different places? Arkansas and Arkansas, are they 2 different places? Huh? Oh, day and night is what it is. Diane Cadman says, I know, I'm only joking by the way before you start messaging again. Diane says, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Lynn Blackledge, the hashtag GoLiveGranny says, good afternoon everyone. I've just christened my Gemini 2 and I did a video to mark the occasion.
Bro.
Yeah, first projects will be birthday cards for my twin granddaughters turning 16 and one will be 4. Marvellous. We'll have a look at that. Kim is in. Donna Yam is in. Chaz Aston says, I'm so glad that I got back home in time when I purchased my template library. You announced a minute later that there were 7 left. I did. I remember that. Phew. So far, I am up to date with them all. Yes, Chaz, yes.
Brilliant. Can I just say, Ben?
Yeah.
between myself and Debbie Robinson, we tried to give you as much notice. Of course, Debbie had it on Hobbymaker yesterday, which I think sold out within minutes. We knew it was going to sell out today, 3 minutes. And a week ago on social media, I tried to give you a heads up with Debbie as well, just to say, look, this is when it's coming, this is when Debbie has it in the UK, then when we have it today. So we did try, because we knew that it would sell out. So I'm glad so many managed to get it.
We certainly are. Charlotte says, is it sold out already? Really? Yeah, I'm not even joking this time. I know I joke about, don't I? I mess about a bit. I'm not joking today, sadly. Sad face. I'm sad. Just shows how popular it is. Crafter's Companion should order more in, as it's so popular. Well, you never know. Never say never. Terry Anderson said, the library's sold out, and now Craig's going to tease us with the blending brushes that are sold out. Cool. But those will get back. Excited for the more brushes to come back in stock soon. Alicia Gordon says, it's the same Arkansas and Arkansas. You say you just prefer Arkansas. And Terry Anderson says, have you seen the cartoon Bluey? I haven't, I've heard of it. My kids are a bit too old for that now. Ben and Craig, says Terry, can you say in an Australian accent, do you want to see my dingo? Dingo's the what? There's Bluey, Bingo and Dingo? A dingo. Who's Bluey? Bluey's the little girl. What is Bluey though? A dog? Little dog. Okay. Right. And the sister's called Bingo. She's a dog. Right. Okay. Well, I'll do it. The dingo. Is there a dingo in it? Dingoes are. Aren't they quite? They can be quite. Can't they? Dingoes. Aren't dingoes wild dogs?
Dingoes.
Dingoes.
I think so. Yeah.
They're all dogs apparently. Anyway, in Bluey. Anyway, Terry. Yes, I can fulfil your request. Do you want to see my dingo? You do it.
Do you want to see my dingo?
Right, moving on. I told you we'd be up for anything today. Anything you fancy today. The Ultimate Pro. Now, as we discussed earlier on, this is a brilliant one. Perfect partner to go with your template library, because it is like, described this the other day, as like having like a mini craft room to take with you wherever you go, because literally with this, and Craig will talk you around it all, you can make your cards, you can make your boxes, you can do your embossing, you can make your ribbons in here, you can score, you can do your cutting in here as well. It is like a craft room in a little compact box. Look, you can see card making, bow making, box making. You can make your envelopes in here. As I mentioned, you've got that paper trimmer in there as well. You can do all of your decorative embossing. So many different cards that you can make within this too. And by the way, we will be showing you a little video later on as to what more you can do with this. There are, of course, the DVDs and also your called
YouTube.
Thank you. USB. God, dear, seriously. What's that then? USBs.
You were showing your dingo.
What?
You were showing your dingo.
A dongle, not a dingo. What is a dongle, a USB, and a USB, a dongle? Don't know that?
It's the same, isn't it?
Don't know. What makes a dongle and a USB a USB? Anyway, we'll have a look around that. The Ultimate Pro is normally priced at the price at the bottom of your screen. So $39.99, $69.95. This price here, $31.99 or $55.96. Today, to kind of sweeten the deal a little bit more, we are popping in for free your M3 size Centura Pearl, Snow White, hint of silver. Absolutely marvellous this. Beautiful for kind of working with your cooler colours, and also fantastic for your bigger projects as well. So a great cardstock to have to go with your Ultimate Pro, hence you're going to be doing lots of construction projects with that. You've got your bone folding tools in there as well. So you've got your straight, longer bone folding tool, and you've got your curved bone folder. Plus, if you are going to be doing construction projects, one of the best adhesives you can have, of course, is your red liner tape. So we're going to give you that for free as well. That is your 3mm 10 metre in width that you're getting. So all of that for free when you go for the Ultimate Pro. We're going to be having a look at this with Craig just now.
Can I just say, Ben, it's actually a bone folder you get with it, not a bond folder.
A bone folder? I can't
really... screen.
What?
Says on the screen, bond folder.
Oh, bond folder.
Bond.
No, it is bond. It is a bond folder. Bond. Bond.
Bond. Bum 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 bum
Bum bum bum bum bum, Mr. Bum folder. Bum 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 bum. Please fold my card. Bum 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 bum. Please fold it perfectly. It's
Well, we
not
did
very hard.
say we were going to be singing within launch day.
We did. What happens when things sell out? Hannah says, afternoon. I've timed my lunch break to spend it with you all. So hungry, leaving lunch until 2. And Kelly Giambetre says, I'm laughing so much, I've had to close my office door. Right, Tracy says, Ben, have you told Craig how cute my Ruby is as she stole the show yesterday? I thought she might have made your wrap-up show. Oh, no, Tracy didn't make this week. That wrap-up yesterday was last week's, because I think a Sunday, the start of the week, that could potentially be in this week's wrap-up. But yes, Tracy, who was on a craft along yesterday, has got a little puppy dog called Ruby, and she's very cute. I'll show you the craft along so you can see it later on. Very cute. She did steal the show. She did. Right, Ultimate Pro. For anyone who doesn't know, I've sort of given a bit of a brief idea about this, but this is a great crafting tool which can do so many different things, and as we said earlier on, Craig, perfect to go with your template library, and just so accessible.
Absolutely, it really, really is. Now, of course, what started Sarah off was the envelope maker, of course. But then, what I would say, in my opinion, Manny's opinion as well, this is really what catapulted Sarah up when it came to the Ultimate Pro, because of what you can do. As Ben was saying, it's like a craft room in one. So you've got the ability to do all your different card schools. Now, I know it's always harder to see on screen, but it is embossed. So you'll just need to go by what I am saying verbally. You've got your gatefold A5 card, concertina A5, gatefold A4, concertina A4. You can do your trifold A4, half fold A5, 5-inch square fold, half 4 A4. All of those scores you're going to be able to do. Now, when it comes to doing the scores, you're going to then pop your cardstock up against the envelope. Now, up against the actual ridge here. So I'm not going to do a demonstration as such at the moment about this.
No.
What I will just do is I'll just go in simple up to the edge there. If you go in half fold A4, score it, then there is your half full of your A4. So there is your A5 card blank, good to go. So that is what I mean by the folds of your card, the different ones as well. You've got all of these edges here. So these are your decorative embossing edges. So you can then simply go along. Now, thinking of your edge dies, so instead of your edge dies, this is doing the same thing, but you're doing it yourself with your embossing tool. You can keep it decorative as it is, or then you can just cut around the lines if you want to. So the card blanks and the decorative edges, you can be doing that on this side. If you then flip it over, what you can then do is you can do a lot of standard size envelopes as well.
Yeah.
So this is where you're going to make your cards on one side, and then you're going to come along and then you're going to make your envelopes on the opposite side here. And you can make quite a few different sizes, and it's in that booklet as you were showing. You've got all of these decorative points for your envelopes, or it could be the corner of your cards. So let's just say that is the point of your envelope. That's then just going to sit in. You're going to then take your scoring tool, and then you can do that embossed detail. Brilliant for wedding stationery. You've got the 4 different ones. You've got the big corners as well. Then you've got different shapes here. So these make K cards or pop-out cards. So that centre feature diorama card you can be creating when it comes to these sides here, and it does step you through in the booklet. You've got these little holes here. Now, we'll show you the little pins in a moment. That's where they're going to go. That's your bow maker. So if you want your diddy bows, you're just going to put 2 side by side. If you want your larger bows, you're just then going to...
Larger balls?
larger bows. Week off, not changed. You can do your larger bows as well if you want to. And then what you can then do is then on one side, there's all your tools. We'll come back to that one just in a moment.
Yeah.
On the opposite side, you've got space to put some of your scoreboards that you can see here. You don't get that one, but that one's just to show you that it does fit in there. A few boards, maybe some chocolate, A4 cardstock if you want to.
Nice.
You can do that. Then when it comes to the inside, and this is where it folds back, so So if you want to have it out as a way to have across your knees, if you're crafting, you can do. If you're limited on space, fold it over, and then you can then just work on it as a crafting desk. You've got more aperture features here. You might just want to use them as a way to do your aperture features of your K cards, diorama cards, or just use them as mats and layers. On that other side here, you've got your box maker. So you do have your inches on one side, you've got centimetres on other side as well, so depending on which one you prefer, that's covered. Box lid, so your cardstock, exactly the same as all boxes that we make, the cardstock stays exactly the same size. Exactly the same size. One goes up at the box lid, the other one's going to go at the box base, which is this side here, and then you're simply going to score at half-inch increments. You've got all your embossed detail as well, similar to what I showed you on the other side here, round your boxes, round your cards, on the edges if you want to, but that's there as well. Then on the inside here, you'll just see this ridge right within the middle. So if we go back into this one, so what you have then got is your booklet that you were showing. That gives you so many ideas. It gives you an introduction as to which each part and each component can be used for. Different ideas, as I said, box making techniques, shaped boxes, your aperture cards that you can see here, wedge boxes, how to do your envelopes. Then you've got a guide here when it comes to the different envelopes that you can then be making. That's there. What I do with my one, I actually photocopied mine on my home printer and then just laminated it and then have it at the side of me. And then you've got some other ideas how you can do the decorative embossing lines, you can then do double embossing, and then how to use the tools that you've got here. So what you've got, you do get 2 of your scoring tools. What you also get is your 3 pins here. Now when you're doing a bow, you really only need 2 of them, but you've got 3 just in case you misplace one of them. And then what you've got is your paper trimmer. So there's your paper trimmer, and then that is your blade. So what we can do is we can then open it back up again, and then I like to have it this way here because it's easier for me. So you're going to then go in, and then what you can do is you can open that one up. So that one's going to slot into place. So that just slots into place here, like so. And then that is your guide for you to then do your cutting. So if we bring in our actual blade here. Now
does that open up again?
This one?
Yeah.
That one.
Ah, okay.
That one there.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Producer Johnny and I laughed at the same thing. It wasn't even that funny. Sorry, carry on.
I could hear Johnny laughing in the ear, and I'm thinking, I know it didn't do anything funny there on purpose, so. So you've got your blade as well. Now this is a standard Stanley knife blade that you can see that it holds. So it does come nice and safe. So all that you're then going to do is you're just going to then pop it out. So just take that top bit, and then where you've got your little notch, there's a little notch there, and then you've got 2 notches. So it's going to come like that. So it's nice and safe. And then all that you're going to do is take it and open it. So let's just pop that one into here. Let's just go into there.
Can you get replacement blades for that?
You can do it, just standard Stanley knife replacement blades. So you're just going to take it off from the top here, slide it along ever so slightly, pop that one back in, and then what it does is it just pops out at the edge there. So that's when you need to be careful with that one, because then you've got that really sharp blade just there where my thumbnail is. And then all that you're going to do is take your cardstock, and because you're then going to be lining it up, which is essentially on your box making, you've then got the choice of inches or centimetres. So if you want it to be a 3-inch strip, you're simply going to go up to 3-inch. Down here, make sure the base of your paper trimmer is sitting nicely against that edge at the base. That's going to keep it sturdy. It's going to keep it in line. And then what you're also going to do, where you've got your little blade, it's like a little rectangle notch, and that actually just slots in to the channel, and then you're just going to press, and then you're just going to then pull down and then cut, and then as you then take that one off that you can see here. If I can then pick that one up, you can cut that one.
Perfect.
And then you can cut it to whatever size that you want. And then, of course, all that you would then do always when you are finished using it, would always recommend just then picking it up again, slotting it back in so it's nice, safe. Lift it, and then go back into the side it should go in. That can go in, that can go into here. Same with the little booklet. Close it up again, and then you've got all of your card bases, you've got your envelopes, you've got your bows, you've got your trimmers, you've got all the scoring tools, all of that's included as well. And that's why it's an absolute perfect accompaniment to the template library, whichever one that you've gone for.
Yeah, it really is brilliant. And you know what, if you are kind of starting out, it's been a great day today because you've got the template library. And this is the other thing as well to think about, is if you are fairly new to crafting and maybe you're not thinking yet about buying a machine potentially, with the Ultimate Pro and then alongside that template library, if you've already bought that, you've got so many crafty tools which will keep you going for the time being. Eventually you'll need to get a machine, you'll want to get a machine, but actually amongst those two deals that we've got today, you are off to a great start. Remember, if you want to go for the Ultimate Pro, it comes at its sort of usual price today. It's a 25% saving, but what that represents is the freebies that you're going to get with the Snow White cardstock, the A3, with your bone folders, and also of course your red liner tape too. It's a great bit of kit. Again, we're going to wax lyrical about it, but read the comments that come through. Tell everybody in the socials, please, if you've already got your Ultimate Pro, why you love it and why people who don't have it need to get it, because your testimonials are absolutely perfect. We love when we receive those. And also, if you want to know more information about the Ultimate Pro, here's a handy little video which will give you more information. The Ultimate Crafter's Companion is an all-in-one compact carry case which is going to allow you to score, measure, trim, emboss and embellish. The case incorporates 10 vital paper crafting tools all rolled into one lightweight and portable product. If you're crafting at home, this makes a great workstation. Or the carry case design allows you to easily pack up everything you need for crafting on the move. With the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make hundreds of different cards in all shapes and sizes. Working with standard card and paper size, you can fold anything, from basic bifold, trifolds and gatefold cards, right up to pop-out, jump-up cards, or even more complex keepsake books. Simply rest your cardstock against the carefully calculated grid lines, read off the desired size, and use one of the specially designed scoring tools to create an accurate and very professional crease. Every card needs an envelope, and with the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make envelopes in any shape and size to match all your handmade cards. Package your delicate craft projects in colour-coordinated matching envelopes and add a professional finishing touch. No longer will you be restricted to making cards to correspond with ready-made envelope sizes. With hundreds of possible size combinations, your imagination is the limit. And for those really special dimensional cards, you can create 3D box envelopes to not only house, but to protect your handmade card creations. Create your own boxes in any shape and size, from a matchbox right up to a shoebox. All of the calculating and measuring has been taken care of for you, so you can simply follow the guide and create custom-sized boxes which fit together perfectly. Triangular, hexagonal, diamond-shaped boxes are all possible, as well as your regular boxes. You can also create specialised exploding boxes or expanding boxes too. You can even make your own favour boxes for those special occasions. Any craft toolbox should include a paper trimmer, and when you're crafting on the go with the Ultimate Paper Crafting Tool, you'll need a paper trimmer at your fingertips. The integrated trimmer stores inside the tool and clips into place for easy access. The ergonomically designed cutting mouse holds a standard size blade, which is very easy to replace. Create delicate embellishment for your paper crafting projects with the integrated bow maker. The simple 6-step process will allow you to create perfect bows in an instant. For paper embellishment, you can use the decorative embossing shapes which are featured throughout the board. Emboss onto special papers, vellums or even acetate to create your own intricate toppers.
Everything you need comes included with the tool and stores inside for easy access. Each unit includes a full colour instruction book, cutting mouse and ruler, the bow making pegs, and 2 specially designed scoring and embossing tools. Whether you're crafting on the move or using this as a complete workstation at home, the Ultimate Crafter's Companion provides you with all the tools you need at your fingertips.
Thank you, voiceover guy. That was me doing the voiceover there. Was originally Sarah, but remember I took the Mickey out of her, didn't I? That's right. That's how that happened, how I ended up doing that. She was doing it in like her telephone voice, and I took the Mickey, and she was like, all right, it's easy, you find it so funny, you can revoice it in your own time, for free. So never did that again. No. Charlotte says, I love my Ultimate Pro. It's made it so easy to make the basic card blanks. I'm eager to try using the cutter with the cut lines with the templates. Do it. Let us know how you get on. Go for it. And EB says, I'm fighting with the cat over the keyboard. She's trying to steal my joy. Not today, Satan. Gonna have to put her out. That's not the name of your cat, is it? That's just an expression, isn't it? Not today, Satan. No, nothing. EB's cat says, fighting with the cat over the keyboard. She's trying to steal my joy. Not today, Satan. Gonna have to put her out, says. And Rosalind Russell says, those closure clips for the Ultimate should be sold separately as much as I've lost and found it. Well, apparently, our Rachel says it is sold in a little accessory kit on the website. I did not know that.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Well, you win. You win Monday, Rachel. We didn't know that. Johnny didn't know that.
We love Rachel. We love Rachel. We love Rachel.
She is radical.
Radical. Did you see the start of Backlash last weekend?
I haven't seen it for a
WWE.
bit.
Oh my gosh, they actually started with a drone.
Oh, I saw you.
I sent it to George.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were using drones. It looked epic. Absolutely epic.
Almost like flew it through a window into
Yeah.
the stadium, didn't they?
Yeah, They done it on SmackDown on the Friday night. Then the next night at Backlash, they done it again. And as the drone started to go into the arena, I thought it was going to hit the guard or something at the side. There's this body at the side. But no, it looked epic.
George, could you film a show on a drone in here?
I think it would be awesome if he'd done that.
I do. We should do like a big like production piece at the start of a show, and you should start the drone from like, I don't know, in Newton Aycliffe, maybe not in Newton Aycliffe, like start it, I don't know, somewhere far away, and just like fly it in and zoom it into like me and Craig like running through the car park or something into the studio, and then we could have drone cam in here. Instead of using the overhead, you could just like fly the drone around.
Yeah. And then they start to use it a couple of times, and then towards the end, the main event when the rapper. Anyway, they used it with his entrance. Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
It looked awesome.
That would be so good. Like flying the drone. Can you actually do that, George? It sounds like he didn't want to do it, to be honest. Bring it in then.
Yeah.
Let's do it on a Fun Time Friday.
Fun Time Friday.
Fun Time Friday. Let's chat to George about drones, right? And then maybe you could. And then I just want to be on air. I got vision mix. Okay. That would be a Fun Time Friday, right? Who wants to see George talk about drones?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not bringing it in now. He's going to be ill on Friday, apparently. I'd love that. And I would genuinely be interested. He's not going to do it. He's a bit camera shy. You could talk over the God mic. We'll just have a card back. We'll have the drone in.
Yeah.
Sit the drone on the sofa and then talk to George over the God mic. Maybe.
There's an idea.
He's like, oh yeah. He's not happy now. He's not happy. He don't want to do it. Anyway, pick of the day. Anything you want to see on Fun Time Friday, let us know. Pick of the day, 24-hour deal here for 24 hours and 24 hours only, where we bring you an amazing product, and we do it at double point. Now this is incredible. It's been very popular today, and I am not surprised it's been popular because A, it's a fantastic bundle of core cardstock, and B, loads of you were buying it when we had that template library in stock as well, because you're going to need your cardstock. This is, well, it should be £84, right? It should be $106. It's £40 or $48. I show you these two here. You're not just getting this, you're getting tons more, but these two pads are the two pads that you're paying for. I don't think I'm over-egging the pudding here, Craig, when I say those two pads potentially two of the most popular pads that we sell, aren't they? Especially this one.
Yeah, that one. And for me, incidentally, it's the other one that's my favourite. I'm going to be using it next, is the linen and pearlescent. But yeah, look at that one there. Isn't it gorgeous? You've got the mix, because yes, you've got the gold and the silver. But if you take the silver, Ben, half of them is silver mirror with silver satin printed on top. And then the other half, there you go, the other one, it's silver satin with silver mirror printed on the top of them. It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
It is. I don't know why, but I'm always drawn more to the gold in this particular pack.
Because you always believe in gold.
Pete. Oh, I always believe in gold.
Gold.
Gold, yeah. I always believe in you've got the power to know. That's a great card pad. Here's the one that Craig likes best. This one I love. I love it because of the colours. I love the pastel colours, but I also love it for the fact because you get a mix of that sort of pearlescent cardstock, double-sided, and linen, which we know you love, don't you?
My favourite.
You love a bit of linen.
All the way. You're going to use the blue one.
Okay, so you get all of that in there. That is another 24 sheets. So that's 56 sheets that you're paying for. That's $250, that's $250. You think, okay, £40, $48, that's great. But hang on a minute. Trends, 40 sheets of Centura Pearl. You're getting all these beautiful colours. There are 8 colours you're getting here, 5 sheets of each. That is yours for free. You're then also going to get, for free, the luxury red card pack. Free? Yes,
Dorothy's card.
What?
Dorothy's card stock.
Yes, it is Dorothy's card stock. Click your heels 3 times.
Head home.
And head home. Don't you head home, you just come back. 10 sheets of glitter cardstock, 10 sheets of mirror cardstock, 10 sheets of matte mirror cardstock, that is free. But not only that, you're also going to get for free, your linen cardstock from the, it's not working, is it? It's because you haven't got ruby red shoes on, you've got your white trainers on. Don't work if you're not wearing red.
I've got my high heel shoes on, my red ones.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see. There's white trainers. I think we need all those at the weekend. You're also going to get 16 sheets of this beautiful linen cardstock, which comes from the Summer Meadow collection. Yes, that collection that we launched very recently is now yours for free, the linen cardstock. So free, and free when you buy those two within the pick of the day. That is an incredible buy, £40, $48, and you get double points on that as well. So you're kind of pretty much getting the points you would have got paying it for full price, but you're paying nowhere near that full price today and today only. Now, we are going to have a look at the template library. You guys asked for it, so we're going to do it. It's sold out. So if you have just tuned in thinking launch day, I've not mentioned the launch yet, sold out during Wake Up Call. But we posed the question and said, do you want to see some more demonstrations with it? You said unequivocally yes, so that's what we're doing. What I would say to you is though, we're going to pop and leave up the details of the pick of the day, because this has been very, very popular indeed, because if you get in the template library, you will obviously need card, so why not buy some of the very best? Right, Craig, you did 4 projects in the first show, didn't you?
So we'll do a little gift back. Imagine with what you were just showing there, and I hate this phrase, Ben, but I'm going to use it. That bundle that you were showing, it's a no-brainer when it comes to the template library, if you've got that. Any of them, but of course, whether it's the Ultimate Pro, or whether it's for mats and layers, whether it's for backgrounds, but certainly, if you love your template library, that bundle there is an absolute essential for sure, in my opinion. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the template from, of course, what was launched and then sold out this morning. We're going to use the Secret Message handbag here. Now, at first it looks a little bit complicated, but by gosh, it is so easy to create and assemble. So what we're going to do within this one here, other than that mat and layer within the middle, you draw around the whole lot. So as I was saying this morning, you can use your repositionable spray if you want to. I've never been a big fan of using repositionable sprays on stencils, never have been. It's just my preference. So either hold it with your hand, or you can do what I've done there and just tape it down with your low tack tape. And then you're going to go in with your pencil. Now, what I find and what I actually use is, you know, is it mechanical pencil? Is that what it's called?
Mechanical pencil? Or
yeah. No, it's not mechanical.
you push the end to get the nib out. Yeah.
It's got a specific name, isn't it?
Don't know, is it?
Yeah.
Mechanical pencil?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe not mechanical, but it does have a specific name, yeah. I like using that because the actual lead of it, of course, you can then have that out that little bit further.
Mechanical pencils?
It is mechanical, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Did think so.
Yeah.
However, as you can see, bog standard pencils will do the job. And usually, you know, we say don't use your cheap, inexpensive items. It's a pencil. You know, the cheapest of cheap pencils, as long as it's nice and sharp so that you can get into the guidelines.
Or, of course, as we suggested in You Guys Love, you can use your heat erasable pens as well, can't you?
Yeah.
They're very handy to go for.
I've never used them, but I've heard that they are good to use.
And I don't know if you covered this in the last show. I think you might have done, because the question will come up as it always does. If you didn't want to draw through all of these, as with like some templates and stencils, could you run it through your folder to kind of get
Of course you could.
through your Gemini?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it with your 12 by 12.
No.
Unless you happen to have the Pro still. So no, you wouldn't be able to do it with your 12 by 12, but absolutely, whether it is your OG white Gemini, because now the OG is white, of course, or whether it is your Gemini 2, you'll be able to run that one through with the embossing mat, no problem whatsoever. Either way will work. I just like to actually have the pencil lines. For me, it's easier as a visual to then just follow when I'm cutting or, of course, scoring afterwards. But what you've done is once you've then gone around all of these, and as we were explaining this morning, it tells you everything. So we draw around it, valley fold, it tells you mountain fold, valley fold, so all of the folds are there for you. And then if you are going to use the little handbag strap, then you've got that down at the bottom as well.
Maggie says it's called a propelling pencil.
Propelling pencil.
You can call it a mechanical one as well.
Yeah.
I just find this frustrating though, because I always used to find I pressed too hard and then the bit snapped off.
Yeah. To be honest, I really only use them for my template library. It's not something that I tend to use day in, day out, but I do find for templates where you have that little channel to go in, they are really quite handy. So then all that I'm going to do is cut around. So we're going to cut around all of these ones. And what I tend to do, and let's do what I tend to do, is I roughly cut Ben close up to the line. Just gets rid of any residual cardstock, stops you fighting against some of the edges of the cardstock when you are working your way around. And with this one, I am just going to be using my scissors, but because this part here, the base and the side, are against that straight edge, you'll be able to use your guillotine. You wouldn't be able to use it for this bit here, because you've got that bit that pops out the top. So follow all the way along. And then we can then cut down this side here. What I love about the template library, don't get me wrong, you know my favourite dies are create a card dies, are big dies. But what's lovely about the template library is whatever you make, you quite literally have made from scratch. You've gone around with a pencil line, you've cut around it, you've scored it, you've burnished it, you've done every single step from the very, very beginning. And that's really satisfying as well when it comes to your creation. So now that I have drawn all the way around there, what we're then going to do is we're going to go along. Now, if I do refer back to this one briefly, remember we've got our fold line, so we've got our valley and we've got our mountains. It all tells you on the actual template, and if you have gone for it before it had sold out, don't forget you always get your recipe book as well that steps you through. It is number 10, and you've got your 6 visual as well as the written steps, and then you'll have the videos as well that come within that actual address. So
you've literally done one for every single
one
template.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So the first template library and the first expansion pack, Leanne's done.
Yeah.
And then I've done or been doing the other one. So
how many is it in total now then?
So we had the original,
which was how many cards is it? Do you know?
So it was 30 in the first. Yeah. 15 in the last,
so it's
and then
60
15
different
in this one.
projects.
And there's still a few, obviously, to come.
That's incredible, isn't it? 60 different projects, card shapes, and you don't even need a machine for any of them.
None.
Amazing, really.
None.
It is amazing.
And if you want to use your dies, because if you've got the original one, you've got the dies with them. Of course. But you don't have to. And what's lovely with them, they'll go through all your really small die cutting machines as well, which is great as well. So even if you don't have a great big die cutting machine, you've only got a Diddy one, you've got the original one, they're all going to work well. And this is why it's perfect for beginners. But then your experience, you can then put all your own experience twists onto it. So then all we're going to do, once we've cut around, we're just going to go along and then we're going to score all of these lines here. So I'm just going to follow and then travel. So I'm following them down. And as much as I'm never keen on having a black line down my scoreboard, it really is a helping hand when it comes to something like this, because you can just match at the bottom of that black line, match at the top, and then score. And then we're going to work our way around. So we can then follow that one. And then what we can then do is we're going to do the same. So this all runs symmetrical and parallel. So this one, we're going to then go to our black line, same to the top, but we're not wanting to score in the middle. So we're just going to come down into that corner, and then we can then continue that down into that corner. We're then going to turn that one around, and we're going to do the same again. So we're going to then travel down into the corner. We're going to come down into this corner. And then what we're going to do within this one, so this is where I tend to just get a feel of our actual grid within our scoring tool. So I've got myself into a channel there, so I know that I am there. So I'm just working right, so I'm in that channel, so I'm just following that through. So as I was talking about it within Wake Up Call, Ben, is all of these, you're scoring where you've got the pencil line.
Okay.
You know, you're not having to refer back to the manual and put scores in where you've not got the pencil line. The pencil lines tells you where you're going to be scoring. So what we can do that, and once again, is I'm just going to work that way down, making sure I'm in that channel, which I am.
Isn't it great again that you get all the mats and layers there too, so you don't even have to go further for those, which again I think is maybe an added thing which potentially you wouldn't have got from templates in the past.
Definitely. And I think that potentially is what can be off-putting for some people when it comes to concept cards.
Oh yeah.
Concept cards are great, but you can have some of the most unique shapes when it comes to the layers. Now, trying to guess them or trying to create them, it's not always easy. So to have the layers for you already done, it's perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely
that is such a great shout, you know, because you might think to yourself, "Oh, I've made the most technical card," but then if you can't then decorate it, because you don't know what the size needs to be. I mean, obviously, you can start measuring it up, but if you've got, like you said, a really difficult concept card, it could take ages to measure it, and then you're faffing about. But with these, you've got all of the mats and layers contained within. Do feel free as well, by the way, over the course of the day, if you want to send any pictures of the makes that you've done from your template library, we would love to see them. We love a gallery. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is the email address. We've got Jamie vision mixing again today. He's one of our new recruits. James, sorry, did I say Jamie?
I think I called him Jamie earlier on, didn't I?
James. Let's. There's so much. There used to be lots of James and Jamies at this place. Have you noticed that? Lots of James. Sorry, James. But what I was going to say is, he's in the hot seat, so let's get loads of pictures of him and put him through his paces. He's got George by his side.
Questionable by his side.
About the last 3 times I've been in with George, right? James has been with him because George is training him up, imparting all of his knowledge. He's like Master Yoda. So, this button you must press. This fader you must use, and all this kind of. And George doesn't vision mix to show. The last 3 days that James has been, he's like, give him a bit more training. He needs a bit more training. I said to George before we came, I said, are you ever going to do a show with me again? He was like, a bit more experience for him. Good work, mate. Good work. Team in the gallery. Good work. Great
teamwork today.
Great teamwork.
Great teamwork.
Yeah. Has he made you any cups of tea, James? 1? One, George. Dear, oh dear.
George.
Oh no, you can't have.
Oh, they're not allowed to
in the gallery,
are they?
Oh dear.
And it's not for their safety; it's for the equipment.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. just
They can have the beers.
7 o'clock beers.
They can have the beers.
Yeah, 7 o'clock beers.
Joking, by the way.
Yeah, not really loud beers. Or are we joking?
So as all that I was doing there is just starting to then fold them all together. So you've got your mountains, you've got your valleys, and then when it comes to these ones, so because they just start to pop into themselves, the two score lines that we've got here, what they just do is then they just start to come in on themselves as well.
Yeah.
So we're just going to then bring that in, and then bring that one in, and then we're going to do the same on this side here, bring that one in, and bring that one in as well. Remember, all in your recipe book as well, and then I step you through when it comes to the video. So that's how it starts to come together there.
Yeah.
And then if I bring in a piece of the plaid paper pad, so if I bring this one back in for now, so when it comes to the main layers, what it can do is do a layer for the front, I can do a square layer for the back. If you want to do one for the bottom, you could do, but you can do the inside as well. And what I was away to say just beforehand, I stopped myself, Ben, because I thought I'll wait until I come onto this bit here. If you are experienced or you want to do more mats and layers, then there's nothing stopping you. So for instance, these bits here, there's no specific mats and layers for these because usually you would, and that's going to add bulk, which you don't always want for something that you're folding up. But say you did, then all that you would just do is draw around that shape there and then just trim off a couple of millimeters.
Yeah.
And then there's your mat and layer for all of these angles as well. So you can add the mats and layers. You can then use your templates to work in with your projects and your layers. So although you might think, well, there's not a mat and layer for such and such area, you can always create it yourself. Just have a look to see what's always there. So you've got a lot of scope when it comes to the versatility of layers. And then, as I said, let's say the 3 layers, you've got your square matting layer, so simply draw around it 3 times and then cut around.
Yep.
And then, yes, they've got the mats and layers, but many of you maybe that are experienced, you're going to have square dies. You're going to have scallop square dies. So start to use them if you want to. So this is where you can start to use what's in your own stash. So what we can then do is take our layers that we've just done here. This would be another lovely one with little pair of socks for a wee baby, a newborn, you know, maybe that, you know the couple, or you maybe don't know them well, but it's more of a token gift, just as an acknowledgement gift. That's a great one to use or create. And obviously do the blue for the boys, pink for the girls. If you don't know the sex of the baby yet, then I would say go for round about your yellows or even your ivories or cream.
That's it.
And then come into here.
Sorry, I'm just this conversation of what you're putting in little gift bags just propelled me back a couple of weeks when Debbie Robinson was talking about the. Were you in on that show?
I seen a clip of that.
Were you in on that show, Johnny?
I seen a clip of that.
As you were talking about the different types of gift you can put in one of these little bags, and then she started talking about underwear. It was so funny. She was like, so you put a bit of lingerie in there?
She brought Tash in the subject, didn't she? Says, well, maybe my daughter's, but not mine.
Yeah, she was like, well, you wouldn't get my underwear in a bag that small. Then she started talking about all sorts. Honestly, so funny, that lady. So funny. You're with her on Wednesday. Tomorrow. Oh, goodness me.
Tomorrow.
Goodness me.
Can't wait to see her. I've not seen her for ages.
She's been in such a fun mood the last few times she's been in, so just beware.
I seen, was it a picture? Because she's had her hair done, hasn't she? And then she was rocking a leather jacket. Was it last week or something like that?
See, we're not taking the mick. We were being on the laugh with her the other day because she came in the other day and she had her sunglasses on and a leather jacket, and we were like, have you had to sort of walk past all the paparazzi because she's almost like incognito, like in disguise. Yeah, she looked great in the minute. She's lost so much weight, Debbie.
She's doing so well.
Looking fantastic. She
really is.
Yeah, she's had her hair done and that.
Good on her.
Yeah.
Good on her.
Yeah, because it is not easy.
No, and she deserves her to treat herself.
That's it. So are you this side and she's that side tomorrow?
Say that again?
Are you this side?
Yeah, I'm on your side, yep.
Oh, nice.
on your side. So it'll be nice. Be nice, be lovely. I don't think Johnny's in tomorrow. I think it's Nicola tomorrow.
Oh, Johnny's not in tomorrow?
No, neither of yous are in
You in tomorrow, George? So tomorrow.
So James and George tomorrow. Oh, no, just George.
James isn't in tomorrow, so George, you have to get back in the seat. He'll have forgotten how to do it.
You will have.
James, can you give him some training?
Yeah. So yeah, me, Debbie, George, and Nicola tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good day. I know what Debbie's got planned, so it's going to be fun.
Sheena back. I've got Sheena on Wednesday.
I think I'm on with Sheena, not the following Wednesday, the Wednesday after.
That's probably more. Yeah, I think that. Well, actually, I think I'm off the 2 Wednesdays after that. Yeah, I've got this Wednesday. Then the week after, I'm not working that Wednesday for some reason. Oh, so it's 2 weeks, a week. Yeah, a week and Wednesday.
Yeah, because then the following week I'm in for Sarah on QVC in the UK. Obviously from our studios.
Exciting.
So yeah, that's why I was getting all my Wednesdays mixed up.
Look, are you smashing all the QVC shows?
Had a few of them, yeah.
Oh, nice one.
Just a few.
Just a few.
Just a few. Look at the little gift bag.
Cute.
And then all that I'm going to do is, if you've got your hook and loop, what I would do is like when it comes to hook and loop, although that they are self-adhesive, I put them together, and then I do like to add a little bit of our tacky glue. Now, of course, you need to leave that a little bit longer now to dry, just so the glue dries into the card and also the adhesive of the hook and loop. And then all that you just do is just fold that one up. So I'm just making sure that one is in, and then I'm going to do the same again. So I'm going to put a bit of glue there, and then I can then tuck that one over. And then we've got our little gift bag, and then I've just gone in with a little button here. So what I mean by it would be great for a baby card. And then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of hot glue onto the back. And then that one can sit into place there. And then there is your little secret handbag. Now I'm not going to open it because that glue won't be dried yet, so it'll just peel off the hook and loop.
Yeah.
But there's the one that I'd done previously.
That's
so
really
if I
cute.
open that one there, you've got the hook and loop, and then as you open it up, you can put little gifts in there.
What are you going to put in yours?
In there, you could put a little Yankee Candle votive, a couple of tea lights.
Yankee Candle?
The votive.
I don't know what that is.
It's what they used to call sampler, the little one.
Oh, like a tea light?
Well, no, it's about double the size of a tea light.
Ah.
So yeah, but you could do a couple of tea lights, a couple of wax melts. Yeah, you could do that.
Ah.
Yeah, so you could do anything like that.
Well, excellent stuff. Then that is the 5th project that we've now done from that template library. Just to reiterate that if you are tuning in for the launch of that, it's sold out, it disappeared, but a lot of people have asked to see more of those projects, so we thought it would be nice to be able to do that for you. This is still available, the pick of the day, which we'll talk more about later on. We'll also talk more about the Monday mega deals as well. Thank you for the lovely comments coming through there. Eleanor Schwing Jones says, I'm glad I got the template library. I use it a lot. The cards are easy to make. That's the point, isn't it? So easy, but really impressive. Julia says, I got my template library, thank the Lord. Lol.
How about Julia?
Yeah.
Oh, hi Julia.
Yeah. Lillian says, a handbag. I don't know what that means, but I like it. A handbag. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Thank you.
Oh no, I was waiting. No, I can't.
What's that?
I was about to say that scene out of Mrs. Doubtfire, but then I can't because it's got a naughty word in it, so I can't. Yeah.
Don't be swearing.
No.
You can use your magnetic platform to hold the templates in place with the magnets, says Anne, at least with the smaller ones.
You can
Good
indeed.
idea. Charlotte Everett says, I run mine through my Gemini with my embossing mat. It works really well, and it also shows you where your mats and layers should be, so you can line it up easier. Hannah says, I'm going to make one of these for Kiri to carry around. She will love it. Kiri will absolutely love that. Need a picture. Maybe, actually, Hannah, you can show us, because we've got a craft along, haven't we? Me, you, and Corinne on, I think that is a week on Sunday, Hannah? Remind me, I think it is.
Another weekend.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh my gosh.
Week on Sunday.
You feeling all right?
Not that to me, is it? Not to me. That's what I mean. It's my second day of the week, this is.
It is.
Charlotte says, I love the plaid pads. I hope they are ones that will be restocked as they aren't in a collection. Lynn says it was great doing that craft along with Debbie. And a joke and a rhyme before we go to this break. Sharon says, sorry I missed Limerick Day, but here's mine. Oh, this is one. There once was a presenter named Ben. He made us laugh again and again. He crafted sometimes and gave us some rhymes, and we give him a big 10. And no, I haven't got the ukulele today. And Brenda says, joke for you, Ben, why was Cinderella so bad at basketball?
Because
she had a pumpkin as a coach.
Oh, I was thinking of something about the ball.
Because he kept running away from the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. And Tracy on YouTube says, I can imagine you men are like naughty little boys in the studio looking for naughty things to do. We are fully #profesh. And on that note, we are going to take a short little break right now whilst we go and do something a little bit naughty. See you in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Crafters TV. If you've just joined us today, my name is Ben Moseby. Thank you for being here with us. If you are here, you're thinking, oh, launch day, yay, I'll grab that. No, it's gone. The new template library. Sold out in Wake Up Call. But what we are doing is we're filling it with some more great deals for you. We're bringing back some amazing deals of recent times, and also for those of you that asked, and there were plenty of you, we're doing some more demos with that template library as well. So we've done 5 of the projects in the booklets, 15 of them. We will do one more before the end of the show. But we're going to have a look at the Duet ink pads, which are still proving so super duper popular. Launched these last week, was it? I think it was, or a couple of weeks ago. It was certainly in the last couple of weeks. They're still proving super popular. Brand new Duet ink pads in these 12 different colours that you're going to get here. These are incredible for you to create distressed effects, for you to be able to do your blending effects with, create your ombre effects, to do your water reactive effects. Absolutely incredible, the demos that Leanne did with these when we launched them. And what impressed me the most is the way that you can like multi-layer these, and the fact that like the colours within them are sort of ever evolving when you're using your heat and when you're using your water on top of these. Some fantastic colours that you're getting in this set as well. So you've got Rosy Apple, you've got your Sweet Clementine, you've got your Sunshine Glow, Lemon Meringue, Spring Buds and Awakening Forest, Sailor's Wake and Waterfall, Midnight Mist, Soft Heather, Vintage Merlot, and then your Raspberry Ripple. They're all designed again, and Craig will show you, they're in that new shape, this sort of teardrop shape, the ink pads. So they're easy to hold, easy to take straight into your cardstock. If you want to be a little bit more specific with your application, you've got that really fine end with these too. And also, great point which we latched onto yesterday, the side of each of the ink pads as well has got the colour on it. So it makes it nice and easy for you to be able to reference what colour is where when you're storing them in your ink storage trays. So all 12 colours you're going to be getting there. We're going to have a play with these with Craig in just a few moments' time. Easy Grip Mat. Now this comes with it as well. This was thought about basically from Leanne saying that, you know, previous times maybe when you're using your ink pad, you're chasing it around your craft desk. If you've got it on your glass mat, you're trying to catch up with it. It won't stay in place. The Easy Grip Mat is going to hold in place your ink pads or whatever you're using to keep them there, so you can, you know, you just use your one hand. You're not worrying getting your hand in your ink or getting ink all over the rest of your project. Just makes it nice and easy. It comes in one roll for you. However, when Leanne was using hers, she was actually snipping it up and just using like smaller pieces of each of the pad for each of the different colours that she had. That's why she was recommending potentially adding another one into your basket. They are still available individually, but you get one within the set. Then you get all of your stamps as well within this bundle. A fantastic collection of different scenes, different kind of texture stamps and sentiments too. Once again, no doubt you will be using your brand new Duet ink pads with plenty of different stamps and stencils that you already have at home. But isn't it lovely that we popped together the beautiful fairy glade, which is going to look amazing. You've got that stunning wildflower meadow in there as well. Again, this is what I love about creating all of the beautiful backgrounds with the stunning Duet ink pads, and then you've got the ability to then maybe take your black and pop over the front, have that silhouette of the wildflowers in front of the background that you've created. Of course, there had to be butterflies, the magnificent butterflies. One big stamp you've got there alongside that sort of, it's almost like a Hessian effect stamp, and then your sentiments, and then you're also going to get the majestic mandalas, again, with another texture stamp. You've got your birthday, wishes and best, and then on top of all of that you've got your stencils as well. And these really are brilliant because again, new ink pads, you're going to be wanting to create beautiful backgrounds. You're going to be able to create your background and then add the layers of texture over the top using the different stencils that you've got within this set. And it's a really kind of eclectic mix of different designs. This one is called your Textile Trio, so you've got that gingham effect, you've got that kind of cross-hatching. These are sort of same, they remind me of like sort of the wild reeds that you can get. Corin was saying it reminds her of the sand after the sea has come in and come out, but it's a lovely effect and a lovely texture that you've got there. You've then got your decorative trio here, which is sort of more mandalas, more swirls, more beautiful, almost sort of like Moroccan effect going on in that one. You've then got this, which is your stylish trio. So you've got bubbles, you've got these sort of, this is my favourite one, I think. It's for me, it's either like water splats or it's like fish scales or like a mermaid's tail. It's got that sort of effect to it. And here, that sort of jacquard, that sort of harlequin effect going through that stencil. That's 9, and then you've got these 3 here making your 12 stencils. Your opulent trio, again, beautiful flourishes. You've got that sort of damask effect going on here, beautiful florals, that rose in the centre. So you've got lots there, and I think it is just a case of grabbing these, having a play. I would urge you to go back to when we launched these. I do just want to double check. My memory is terrible, but let me just double check. Was it last week we launched these? It was last Tuesday, was it? Yes, last Tuesday. So go back to Wake Up Call last Tuesday with me and Leanne, and then watch the official launch of these as well. She did some fantastic sort of demos with these and was talking you all around them in great detail. So if you want kind of like the full experience, if you like, because we're just going to feature these, Craig's going to have a bit of a play, but if you want the full experience, if you want to see exactly what it's all about and see Leanne's take on it, obviously head of product development, then go back and watch that show. But if you want to grab them now because they're proving popular. £105.60 or $144. Also worth bearing in mind that you're going to get your free shipping on here as well, which is incredible. Right, I've just got to say, so James, our James, is training in the gallery, vision mixing. His mum's messaged in. Uh-oh, James. Oh, no, it's good. Just to let you know, says James's mum, Emma, it's James's birthday, 22. When? Tomorrow? Oh, Wednesday. Oh, birthday on Wednesday. 22. Happy birthday for Wednesday, James. Yay. 22.
What an age.
I was 22 when I was your age. Half my age.
That's scary.
It wasn't black and white when I was 22. I just said what you said then, Johnny. How very dare you. There was only 4 channels on the TV when I was younger. 22. Blooming 2.
That was a really good age.
Was,
good time. Good
when
times.
I was 22, it was a very 22. Good year. Oh no, we're singing different songs.
Yeah, see, I think of Taylor Swift.
Oh, I'm singing Frank Sinatra, which just
Big
shows
difference.
again how old I am. Anyway, Eleanor says, I have to get these ink pads. Yes, you absolutely do. Melanie says, I'm receiving... Melanie D, that wasn't. Melanie D says, I'm receiving the Duet ink pads.
So James will be like after his birthday.
I'm sure he'll be very well behaved. His mum's watching. Melanie says, receiving the Duet ink pads and stamps later today. I'm so excited. Shall we have a look at them with Craig? One thing to mention though as well, just to preempt, because people will go, oh, the brushes. The brushes are still out of stock. No, you can use them. You can use them because people have got them. We're calling it. Sheena's used them, Leanne's used them. The brushes, but they are going to come back, so don't worry about that.
I don't know if obviously if that then...
Huh?
I don't know if this obviously promotes buying from somewhere else, but when we were out of stock last week, I had to buy them off of QVC.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because we were out of stock.
So they're still... They're not?
Not now, no.
Oh.
No. No, don't think so anyway. But yeah, because we were out of stock. So see, we chase them as well when we can't get our hands on them, because some of us take holidays. On that note, let's have a play. So I am going to be completely honest with you and say I'm not completely up to date with all the different things that you can do with these ones here. I've been dipping in wherever I could, and I've been having a look where I could back at Leanne's show as well. And by gosh, these look fun. Yeah. These look so much fun in what you can do. So I know you said I could use the brushes, but let's bring in the blending tools. Maybe you've not got them. Maybe you've got the blending tools and you're like, can I still use them? Let's go for it. I've got some watercolour card here. I've gone for the rosy apple. I've gone for the sweet clementine.
No.
It was a wee bit
Sweet
out there.
Clementine. Crafting never seems so good. So good. So good. So good.
See, that's a song at the end of every Scottish party.
What?
Every Scottish party at the end, birthday party, anniversary celebration, wedding, it doesn't matter what it is, that's towards the end. That's at the end.
I was chatting about this the other day as well. Why is it that every, Johnny, you'll know this too, being into sports, every sports stadium now plays that song at the end of the game?
Do they?
It's kind of just gone a bit overkill. And I like Sweet Caroline, but everywhere plays it now, don't they? Yeah. Did it got played at the Eurovision, did it? Oh, they had a big screen in Darlington and got played there, apparently.
I didn't see.
Do you know what? I wouldn't say it's to Debbie, because I know she's a big fan. I had to turn it off.
Did you?
Eurovision. I think we did a great job hosting it in this country. Liverpool did great, but not for me this year.
No.
Nul point. And we came back last, didn't we? I think?
Second last, apparently, yeah.
Maybe I should write a song for Eurovision.
I think you should.
Yeah, we'll get me and Foe on a roll. They'd probably love that in Europe.
They probably would.
Probably would love that.
Yeah. German viewers, they'll love it.
Yeah.
That watch us.
Yeah, exactly.
You could learn it in German.
What?
You could learn it in German.
Learn it in German?
Yeah, you could do.
Could, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all other European languages.
What? On that note, oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
So, got my three of them, and actually I done what you were saying that Leanne done, because usually what I do with my ink pads is I have against my glass mat to stop them running about. But of course, as you can see here, by chopping up your non-stick mat, then it means that you're able to ink up, whether it is your blending tool or whether it is your brushes, you're able to do that without it running all over the place. So what we're just going to do is then let's just ink up our blending tool, and then we're just going to add all of the colour on.
Yeah.
Now, usually, if any eagle eye will know that I like my square blending tools. The only reason I've not used my square blending tools is because we've not got any spare of the refill foams. And I didn't want to use a pre-used foam with maybe water reactive on it or pigment. I wanted a fresh one. And we've only got our circle ones that were nice and clean. So I thought, right, let's go in with our circle blending tool. But whether it is your circle one, whether of course it is your circle one, whether you are going to go in with your brushes. But I'm just going to lay this colour down, and then if I really start to go in with that lemon meringue, so inking that one up onto the card. The stencils that you were showing as well, they're absolutely fab.
There's some really fab stencils.
Really, really good ones.
Really,
I love
really
how each of them as well, certainly within each pack, they've got the dot at the top. So if you do want to overline them, you can overline them perfectly by overlaying the dot. So I'm just going to go in with a lightish layer of our lemon meringue. And then let's go in now with, actually let's go in with a little bit of sweet clementine. That's going to be stuck in my head now. Always going to be stuck in my head now.
Crafting never seems so good. So good, so good.
That and Proclaimers are always the two that are played at parties.
Is that the 500 miles?
Yeah.
Isn't that like an unofficial Scottish national anthem?
Yeah. Essentially it is, yeah.
Are they held in high regard in Scotland, the Proclaimers?
Oh yeah.
I thought they would be.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Absolutely. Some cracking tunes.
I like that. You know what I really like? And I think, is it called Letter from America? When you go, won't you send me a letter from America? Great. Goes just like that.
That's how it goes. It's exactly like that. Do that for Eurovision.
Yeah, well, I think it needs to be a new song, doesn't it? That's why Foam on a Roll
doesn't it?
Could be me and my ukulele, Foam on a Roll. We'll see. Yeah, just roll out. Here's a tune I've heard for Eurovision. This is called Bohemian Rhapsody. Can you imagine?
But yeah, you should do it. See about.
I don't know how you get on it nowadays, because they used to have a competition, didn't they? What was it called? Song for Europe. And we used to be able to watch it like a few months before.
It was, that's right, I remember that, yeah.
January time, and then you could vote for your favourite. I'll always remember because what's his face from the lead singer, lead singer of the Darkness, Justin Hawking. You know, I believe in a thing called love. He went in for it one year and then he didn't win and he stormed off stage, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he got the proper hump because he thought he was going to win it, you know, because he was quite a big name. And then he didn't get voted and he stormed off.
He can't beat a bit of Gina G.
Gina G. Was that Eurovision?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Didn't win though, did it?
No, the last that we won was Katrina and the Waves.
Oh yeah.
Love, shine a light in every corner of the world, and we're all shine a light together.
Oh, singing the wrong words.
Yeah.
Oh. Johnny says I think James's mum's just switched off. Shine a light like the world.
Brothers and sisters. Every little part, let our love shine a light in every. Tell me, I remember it. Remember it well. Loved it. Cracking song.
Is Eurovision on? Do you get Eurovision in the US or not? No, you don't watch it there, do you? Or is it televised? Oh, was it worldwide? Let us know if you. Oh, there was a worldwide vote on Saturday. Oh, blimey. Let us know if in the US if you watched it.
Because there's Australia in it now, aren't there?
Australia have been in it probably for quite a long time, haven't they now, I think? Randomly joined about, I want to say it must be 10 years.
Oh, that long?
It must be. Must be.
Really?
But yeah, I just didn't really get into it this year, I've got to be honest.
And it's been a long time since I've kind of followed it really as such. Been a good wee while.
I did know it was good for me because I was like, oh, Laura, I don't know where Laura had gone, but I sort of, I can't be bothered with this. Flicked over, Expendables 2 was on. So that did for me.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, with Arnie. And Bruce Willis. And Sylvester Stallone. Wesley's not in that one. No, Dolph Lundgren, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Chuck Norris. There's already Chuck Norris in it.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah. There's so many good one-liners in that. Arnie. Can't beat it.
Ben, can I quickly go back to you? I've lost all contact in my ear.
Have you?
Yes,
Have your batteries got? Let me come and let me come in. I'm coming over. Because this happened to me yesterday because my batteries went.
Maybe I've pulled my cable out.
Let's have a look. You stand there, mate. Oh.
No?
No. Oh, you did. Oh.
Is it pulled out?
Unplugged, mate.
Is that what it is?
I know what the problem is here, mate. You've become a little bit unplugged. Okay, I'll just plug you in. Don't worry, I'm technical expert as well. Hang on, here we go. Ready?
Oh, there we go!
Yeah? Can you hear? Can you hear?
I can hear.
Oh, you can hear?
Yeah,
Good,
I can hear.
Everything okay?
Thank you. Yeah, all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go, champ.
Thank you very much.
You've got
Plugged in again. Ready to go. There we go. Right.
Sorry, George, don't get up, mate.
Yeah, no, you're all right.
You sat back down.
So I've just done. Do you know? I was listening to like 3 things going on there. I was inking up lemon meringue. I've done sweet clementine. I've done rose apple. I've gone in with a little bit of vintage merlot. Then what I've done is I've gone in with that third stencil here with the waves, and I've not gone over with any ink. I've just gone over, sat it over the top. Then I've spritz, so I can start to get that waved effect when it comes to the water reactive. Well, I was going to say the water reactive effect, the effect that you get when it comes to the water. I'm just going to go in now. Of course, I could be leaving that, giving it that textured feel to it.
Absolutely.
Let's just go in. You'll notice as well, I just went layer upon layer with each colour.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing, is you're going to get a different look, a different effect.
Oh, yeah.
You know, whether you start to dry each layer.
Each layer, yep.
So, for instance, like, so we're going in with that one there, so we've got a lot of depth already, but not only have we got the depth with the colour and the blending
And I think,
tool.
again, with that, isn't it, is if like the way that you sort of got it is creating more of like a subtle effect, but then if you want to get more of a pronounced layer, then dry in between each of the applications.
Absolutely, yeah. Or then what you can do is you can then do a couple of layers, then dry the one that you're on. So what you're going to get is, okay, you're going to get that base layer, but you're getting the base layer from kind of like that plaid effect, from, of course, that gross grain effect and even the wave effect with the water, but then you can then intensify that once it's dried with an additional layer. So that's one layer, but you've got 3 or 4 different visual layers, so to speak. And then if I take that one, and then what we can then do is let's go in with, let's take, I don't want anything too strong. Let's go in with the Sunshine Glow.
Okay.
Actually, no, I won't.
No?
Nope. Let's go in with, let's do a bit of soft heather.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go in with, we do have a soft heather here, and we'll start to mark some of them over the top. And then I'm going to go back with this one. I'm going to go back with this one. I'm going to go in another direction.
Nice.
And then let's just take some of that.
He's literally just having a bit of a play, isn't it?
It is.
Having a bit of fun.
Really is. Really is.
Just heard that Emma's still here, James' mum.
Emma's still here.
Loving the sing-along, apparently. Loving the sing-along. We bring all the entertainment here, don't we?
We do, always.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, nice.
See?
Yeah.
How cool is that? That is so, so cool. You could then come along with a topper on there or a die-cut sentiment on there. But then now that we've done that layer, what we can then do is then we can then come along. I've already layered up with different layers of ink. I've gone in and done a little bit of that faux bleaching through the stencil.
Yeah.
But then what I always love as well, you can still go on with more faux bleaching.
Yeah.
And you're going to get, the faux bleaching from that first layer is going to give you a different look to what I've done there because we've dried it. The fibres have settled on that first layer. And then within this one here, because it is more of that splattered effect, what we can then do, I'm just going to do that again. You can go direct, but if you've seen me in the past, I like to go into my hand and then flick. There you go.
Just the way you were doing it.
Just give it a
You were
flick.
trying to get...
Yeah.
It's like that scene out of Ghostbusters when he gets the slime all over his hand and he's trying to get it off his hand. Yeah.
But pretend you've got one of those sticky dots from the mail or that. You know when you get your credit card and there's that sticky dot that holds it into place?
When there's what?
When you get the credit card, you know how you get that big sticky dot on the back?
Yeah.
And it always sticks to your hand, and then you're trying...
Yeah, you can't...
As if you do that, yeah. Stick a sticky dot on your finger, then spritz with water, and then try and get it off.
Yeah.
There you go. So then what we can do is if I take that one off, we're still going to see some of that colour
wow, look at
right
that.
in the back. And see what I mean? It's a different full bleach from that base one that I've done because I've given that time to dry.
Do you know what as well? Chantal said you could make your own plaid pads with the stencil, and she's
Of course
gone
you
to
could.
say this is a Craig Laird original plaid. The plaid pad lad made his own plaid.
Could do. Absolutely.
That is great.
Absolutely.
What I love about this and watching you and watching Leanne and everyone who's had a play with these, it's uncomplicated, kind of disengaged brain crafting a little bit, isn't it? There's no kind of worries about measurements, there's no worries about being exact. It's just all about taking the colours, taking your stencils, choosing your stamps and have a play, isn't it? See what you come up with.
Have a play. That's exactly it. Have a play. Purposely, that's why I wanted to say that I've not had a proper chance to watch back all the Leanne stuff because what I'm doing here is, dare I even say, just off, I am playing. It's off the top of my head here, having a play, seeing what we can come up with. I'm just looking for one of these. And let's take, right, what darker, so let's go back with that vintage Merlot. And then we can then go in. And then let's go into the top corner, into here, and then let's take...
What's that? Which stamp is that?
So that is the Magnificent Butterflies.
Oh, okay.
Magnificent Butterflies.
Oh, so it's like a little, like a trellis sort of effect, isn't it?
Yeah, it really, really is. And then what we can then do is I'm just going to move that one out the way, and then I'm going to go on here. Let's take Midnight Mist, and then let's just ink up, and then let's just go into here.
Oh yeah, I like that. Who's enjoying watching this master at work? I love it. This is brilliant. Just having a play. Oh, this is great.
Having a play. And
Yeah.
if you want to pull that in, let's go in. Is there one midnight? Yep, they've already got one labelled up.
I've never seen a stamp sort of used like that before. Just a
Yeah.
little bit of ink and just a brief sort of application and take it off.
Yeah, or ink it up and then go with the card over the top.
Yeah.
Either way, you don't always have to. If you're not wanting that perfect impression, just go rogue. Just go rogue. Take the card to the stamp, or take the stamp to the card. Let's just tie in the edges here into the side. So we've got layers of colour, layers of stencil work, but then what we've also got is a couple of layers of faux bleaching, and then even just down at the bottom, just something along maybe a die cut sentiment, something like that, onto a card blank, maybe chop it up into panels. That could be on the front of one of the projects from your template library. If you want it to be, maybe come along and do a little bit more stamping, and then take what maybe you've learnt from Leanne in Academy of Colour, then start to transition that one through. But yeah, just have fun. That's what it's all about, having fun.
Hey, do you know what? I think I've enjoyed that as much as any demo you've done today. I've really enjoyed that, and it's great, isn't it? The way that you got to see Craig's take, saw Leanne's take. Do go back if you're picking these up today for the first time. Go back and watch that show, the launch show with Leanne last Tuesday. You will love it. Just a quick one before we move on. Kathy was asking what kind of paper you were using there, Craig. What kind of cardstock?
So I was using
Watercolour.
Watercolour cardstock. I believe the team have been using our super smooth and stuff like that.
Yeah, mainly watercolour there, I think.
Yeah, but because I've been going in with my water spritzer or that, I think, predominantly you're going to get that better effect when it comes to your watercolour card.
Fantastic. Crappy Angie says, I've ordered the Duet ink pads, the finish, oh my. I use the Duet ink pads on Nina cardstock, so smooth, have a play, like we said, choose your cardstock, have a play, see what works, see what effects you can kind of get. If you go back to the launch show as well, you'll see Leanne using gesso, or gesso, however you want to pronounce it, on cardstock as well. Again, creating a really different effect to just taking it straight into your different cardstock, so have a play, see what you come up with. That's the whole fun of this set, I think. Chantel says, I wish we could hear what the presenters can hear in their ears, as the silences make me wonder. You don't want to hear the nonsense in our ears, to be honest with you. It's the first thing I do as soon as the show ends. The earpiece comes out. And then they come around the corner and start chatting to us in real life.
Sometimes I don't even wait till the end of the show.
That's why he pulled his lead out. You think that was an accident?
If you ever see us kind of like that,
doing this,
we're not actually like scratching our back or anything like that. What we're doing is we're turning them down in our ear. There you go.
Connie says, Duet fit ink pads like these Duets are so great together. Love you, Craig and Ben, and the Crafters TV team always, says Connie. Well, we love you too. Right, Monday Mega Deals. 4 of these blighters this evening. We normally only do 1, but we're pushing the boat out today, and we're going, do you know what? Is it a special Monday? It's not really, is it? 15th of May, middle of the month. Let's have 4 Monday Mega Deals. 24... What's that, Johnny? Oh, yes. Johnny, I get so many stickies out. It's one of the only Mondays you're in this month because there's like 3 bank holidays and you don't work bank holidays. It's true story. It's very true. Yes. Let's celebrate. It's a Moseby Monday. Yay! And Craig's back. Yay! Let's have 4 Monday Mega Deals. Yay! George has got his shorts on. Yay! James is doing all the work. Yay! Johnny's on great form today. Yay! Right, the interchangeable seed dies. 24-hour deal on these. Should be £80 or $91. 28 quid today, or $32.80 is the price that you're going to pay here. These are incredible. 4 different designs, and again, the genius with these is if you like to create depth and dimension in your projects, you can build up all of the different scenes. You'll see with the characters, for example, they cut into the cardstock. So again, you can layer these up and have these kind of standing proud. I always see these as like sort of theatre cards that you can create with the different sort of levels of scenery that you can build up with like the flats that you have in a theatre. these to me are like the flats to build up the scenes, then the characters within the scenes as well. The genius about these, of course, is the fact that the outer scene dies split into two, so you've got loads of choice basically as to how the scene is going to look for you. And some aspects, I think more so with the square and rectangular dies, you can then of course extend the size of your scene by just extending the size of the width between the two dies. This one is your wonderful woodland. Same again, 2 dies but split in 2, so again you can mix and match those scenes up. You've got all of your woodland characters in there as well, from is that a wolf? Yeah, wolves to deers and does and little bunny rabbits and all sorts. Then you've got this one here. I think this is my favourite. It's a cute little picture postcard with that little thatched roof on that gorgeous country cottage. You've got your post box and your bird table in there too. And once again, split those dies up to create, well, as we've seen here, we've done it. To create that sort of elongated feel, and then you've got the square in there as well, which is that fairy glade. Again, mix and match these up. Maybe you want that little house there with some foliage on this side rather than those little houses. You can mix and match them around, add more foliage in there and pop in a little character of your fairy too. That is an £80 bundle, $90 bundle for £28 or $32.80. Next up, another Monday mega deal. Tools, essential tools. First cardstock. This, I mean, literally, we're practically giving this away currently, and I don't know why, because it's some of the best cardstock that we do. In the red is 30 sheets of our luxury cardstock. You've got the glitter cardstock, you have got the mirror cardstock, you've got that beautiful matte mirror cardstock in there too. 30 sheets in total of that you're getting, and then lots of handy craft room tools. Edge crimper for creating that really beautiful distressed look to the edges of your cardstock and cards. Stamping platform, again, absolutely brilliant. Makes it easy for you to stamp. If you found stamping quite difficult to do, this is absolutely perfect. Working very nicely if you can pick one up, or if you haven't already got one, they're on the web. The stamping mats that we've got, these will work perfectly with to ensure you get a great stamp each and every time. And if you don't, it's nice and easy to go back in with. Spring-loaded feet, and you've got the measurement grids on there as well, making the whole process very, very simple. Tweezers, 4 different types of tweezer there: flat end, straight point, angle point, and then your needle point tips in there as well. And then your bone folding tools, again, kind of essential craft room goodies there. You know, if you're making your cards, if you're making your construction projects, boxes, great to use with your template library as well if you've picked that up over the course of the day today. It's all about making sure that your creases, your score lines are burnished to perfection, and that's what you've got with the bone folding tools. £19.56, $35.50 is your price on that set. Again, 24-hour only deal on those because they'll go back up. Our third Monday mega deal are the glitter markers. These again are absolutely fan-blooming-tastic. Vibrant colours here, jam-packed full of sparkle when it comes to all of the glitter that you've got. Water soluble, of course, too, so you can do all of your techniques with these should you wish. But what I think you will find, because they've got that beautifully rounded tip on the end, you'll be using these for little embellishments. You'll be using these for your lettering, potentially colouring as well. You buy those two, you get your cool essentials, cool elements, I should say, for free. And this is the kind of sparkle that you're going to get. £19.80 is the price here, or $28.78. You've got your vibrant florals in there as well. And then you have got the beautiful, these are my favourites. Takes me back to when I was 22, back in the 80s. I wasn't 22 in the 80s, what was I talking about? Doing myself a bit of a disservice there. How old was I in the 80s? I would have been 11 in 1990. When were you born?
1985.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be 38 next month.
Oh, yeah. 21st of June.
21st of June.
And Debbie.
And Debbie, yeah. At least Debbie looks 38.
You look 38. I always think you're a lot
Not with my beard off.
Huh?
Not with my beard off.
You're shaving your beard off?
No, not with my beard off.
Oh, with your beard off you look a lot younger?
Yeah, I went into the Metro Centre last week, and I went into the works, and I was having a look at the stuff that our products in the works. And I want to get a couple of thingy blades. And the lady, she was on the other side of the age. And she was like, "You are of age, aren't you?"
What?
And I looked at her and I was like, she's having a laugh. She was like, "You are over 16, aren't you?" I was like, "I'm well over that, I'm double over that." She was like, "Are you really?" I was like, "Yeah." I went, "Do you want to see my driving licence?" And she was like, no, she says it's okay, I take your word for it. I'm thinking, thank gosh, because I hardly ever carry my wallet now. Everything's just Apple Pay now.
Yeah, same.
And I was like, I thought she was actually a way to ID me for little, like, kind of like Stanley blades.
She thought you were 16?
Well, she questioned if I was 16, yeah.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
No.
I mean, you look young, but you don't, come on.
No, I know.
I'd put you about, I think you're like about 30, 32, 33.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
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 Just good to go into a pub nowadays and not actually get ID'd by the bouncers.
I haven't had that problem for years. I do think I'm quite baby-faced for 44, right, guys?
You are. Yeah, you are.
Don't look 44, do I?
No.
Thanks, Johnny. Johnny says he always thinks I'm his age. You 30? Oh, yeah, 39. Big one next year, isn't it? Yeah, because you just... When was your birthday? March? Yeah. I found ever since I turned 40, things sort of start aching a bit more.
I wonder where you were going there.
What? No, things start aching a little bit more, and it takes a little bit longer to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Things creak and crack.
You can't get out the chair or the car without go, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true. Get in the car, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Just sit down. I find I lean on things a lot. I think I do it here as well. I find I lean on a lot more things now just to kind of prop myself up. But, you know, it comes to us all, doesn't it?
It does.
Danny says, Craig and Ben, you're a couple of babies. Wait till you hit 70. 26 years' time.
So 22 years time.
32 for you.
Oh, yeah, 70,
Yeah.
70, I thought you said 60.
Stephen Nicole's just messaged saying he used to be a bouncer and he'd be asking you for your ID. That is brilliant, Stephen. That is brilliant.
I'm going to have to start carrying my wallet again.
I think
then.
you might have to. It's such a baby face. Baby face.
Baby.
He's got the cutest little baby face. Anyway, the Sent With Love collection is the final Monday mega deal, and then we'll do one final project with the template library. This is an absolute stunner of a deal. £28, $32 for the box. We sold this for $49.99, $59.95. What you're going to get in here is a whole host of papers. So you're getting 12 card blanks and envelopes in different sizes. You're getting your 24 printed papers. You're getting 24 sheets of your coloured cardstock. We're also going to give you 8 sheets of white cardstock, 8 sheets of your craft cardstock. You're going to get the red, blue and pink when it comes to the ribbon. Also, as far as consumables are concerned, you're getting 100 of those beautiful gems in the red, blue and silver. You're going to get the 3 designs, 2 of each of those charms, and then stencils. So first of all is your 4x4, that is the Je t'aime stencil, I love you. Then you're going to get the heart panel stencil, that is 4x6. And then stamps and dies. 13 stamps, lots of different sentiments there, and little postage swirls and hearts and all sorts. And then you get the dies to go with those too. I love this set. I think it is incredible. Some really, really fun dies and stamps to be working with, and all the consumables as well. For that price, it is brilliant. £28, $32. That Monday. Oh. And an embossing folder. The Monday Mega Deal number 4 is available for you right now at that price, but it will go back up when we roll into tomorrow. More with those Monday Mega Deals later on this evening when we officially do Monday Makers. That's 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Thank you everybody for all the lovely comments coming through. Crafty Angie says, you two are too cute. Brenda says, Ben, what did you have added to your tea today? I don't know, actually. I'm just full of the joys of spring. That's what it is, you see. It's all the lads there, isn't it? Lads. And Crowley's Creation says, you know you're old when sleeping throws your back out. Yeah, I've done that before. You know, when you've woke up and like your neck's randomly hurting, or you've like got a frozen shoulder or something. But never mind. We soldier on, don't we? We soldier on. Talking of soldiering on, let's get one final demo with Craig on the template library. So yes, it's sold out, but you guys wanted to see more demos. So this will be the
6 in total, yeah.
Yes. What are you going to make?
So let's go back. Let's do tiered pop-up card here. Now this will fold relatively flat and it's going to fit into a 6x6 envelope. We can see it here where it folds down. Now within this template here, you can see it's 12 by 12. However, what I have already done is I've just used my A4 cardstock. Yes, it's 12 by 12, but that's only to get all the layers on. All of these will absolutely work on your A4 cardstock, or you know, any size, depending on the size of the shape. So I've already drawn around that one. So there we've gone and drawn around and we've done our score line. And then I've done the same with these 3 here. So drawn around them, including the score lines. So that's those ones. So then what we can do, I've used the guillotine a couple of times. I've used scissors. So let's just show you as well, while I had the paper trimmer out, how easy it is to use the paper trimmer. Because you've got that visual guide within the middle, you can simply just travel all the way around. So visually, all that I'm doing is I'm looking at my pencil line through the little channel, and then I'm just turning it each and every time. You can also visually look at it that way if you want to, but then just keep on going. So as you get all the way around, carrying on with the lines. So let's just position that one in. And then we're going to then position that one in. And this is a fun one because it's kind of like a tiered card with this one here. Well, I know it's called tiered pop-up, but because you've got that tiered effect there, it's a lot of fun. You can have a lot of things popping out of it that you'll see just in a moment. So there is our base one. And then what we can do is then let's bring in our next one. So once again, I'm just going to line up my layer here. So twisting each time. So let's just click that back in. And I've got the other 2 already done at the side of me. I just wanted to show you, by the time that we're done all 6 of these, I'll have used the guillotine, I'll have used the scissors, and then also the V-blade trimmer. The only thing I'll have not used is your craft knife and ruler.
Oh yeah.
But then you can easily enough do that. So there is that one that we've got now. And then here are the other 2 that I've done here. So all that I need to do is let's bring in my scoreboard. And with these ones, although I'm using your Score Master, you'll be able to use your smaller scoreboards as well if you want to. So this is where we'll go back to the Ultimate Pro.
Yeah.
You know, your scoring boards. Or, in actual fact, and I did say earlier on, you don't even need to use a scoreboard.
No.
Let's take, because you had the tweezers, Ben.
Yes, I did.
So what you can do is, if I can just see that, where's mine? I should have mine at the side of me.
Do you want to borrow a pair of mine?
Here we go. Got them.
You're right.
Got them. What you can do is take a ruler.
Yeah.
And something with a pointy edge to it. So even if you've got a ballpoint pen that's run out of ink, something that's got an edge to it, what you can then do is then just follow that down and then score. And that is enough to create a score line when it comes to your project. So even if you are absolutely brand spanking new crafter,
You'll have something.
You'll have something that you'll be able to use. And then once again, you can do the same. You can then go in with a rounded object. Obviously, I wouldn't do it with something like a craft knife because you'll just potentially cut through it. You just want to make sure it's got a little bit of a rounded edge to it so that you've got that score. It gives you that perfect score each time. So that is these ones. So let me just take my razor and take these bits away here, and then these bits here, And this one, I think, this is good for things such as your Once Upon a Time. You know, if you want to have that theatred effect, that tiered theatred effect, you can absolutely do that.
Yeah.
And then what I've already done as well, so from the 12 by 12 wildflowers, if I bring back in the template, as you've guessed it by now, you've got all your mats and layers as well. So you've got for the back, you've got for the edge, same with your main panel, your middle panel, your smaller panel. This is what I would say now. I know this is a little bit bigger, but this is where you could start to do your own backgrounds. I just matted that onto black when you were chatting there, Ben, and you can see there, if that was a little bit smaller, if I trimmed that down,
Oh, that's your back. That
then
looks
you
amazing.
can then use your backgrounds
Yeah.
for it as well. So let's do it that way, as if that was going to fit ever so slightly. That could be your background. So you can create or use whatever you create.
Incredible.
So let's go in, and then all that I'm going to do with that one is going to put that layer onto here, and then within this one here, I'm going to go in with that layer, and then within that one, I'm going to go in with that layer, and then on these sides, on the outer sides, I'm going to go in with these pattern paper, and same with this base one. What I've also got is a panel with a sentiment ready to go, and I'm just going to assemble them with I'm going to use my tacky glue for this one and just put all these layers together.
Excellent stuff. Thank you for all the comments coming through still. Very, very busy show this. Just again, if you did join us, apologies that we didn't actually get to launch the template library in this show, but it's you guys. I mean, I'm blaming you guys. You bought it all. It flew out the door, but hopefully you managed to get your hands on the template library, and hopefully you have lots of fun playing. Thank you as well, because I know we've had a few photos sent through. What we might try and do is show some of those a little bit later on during Monday Makers. I've seen comments come through from the likes of Eleanor, who says I sent through pictures from my template library and the vases I made with flowers. I hope it went in though. We'll have a look. Any pictures, we'll pop into a little gallery later on. And Eve B says, if this ever comes back in stock, I know what is going on to my list. We shall keep our fingers crossed. I know, no, I won't say anything.
Oh.
The best thing you can do, though, by the way, if there is anything that you have got your eyes on and it's not on the website, is you can request an email, can't you?
You can.
So if you go to it, so you know it's out of stock on the website when the little red basket comes up, but you can click and basically, it was like requesting an email, isn't it? And as soon as it comes back in stock,
yeah.
You'll be contacted first as like a bit of a priority. So for things like this and all those things which seem to come in and go, like the dotty tape pens, for example, or whatever it is on the website, you just click on it and we'll email you once it comes back in. It says something
like notify me when back in stock or something like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that anyway.
Handy.
It's very, very handy.
Yeah.
It's very, very
handy. You could have done with one of those on a website for your Liv Morgan doll, couldn't you, really? Notify me when back in stock, you know.
Yeah. I know.
I can get you a life-size cutout.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, or do you want the action figure? I'm just thinking of birthday
I would like the actual one, but I'm not going to get that, am I?
I don't think I could quite do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, a life-size cardboard cutout would be more than adequate.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Okay.
Of course I would.
All right.
I'm going to talk about this bit here.
Oh yeah.
Just so that you see where it's going. So we're going to go with that larger one first, and then it is simple. Ben, all you're doing is you're simply going along the base. So we're just going to go into place, and then we're just going to press it in. I'm actually going to use my tape runner for the rest of them, just so I don't need to then hold it for a few seconds. And then what we can then do is tuck that one in, so it goes straight in to that fold of the edge, and then once again we're just going to hold that. See, I should have used my tape runner. So we're just going to then hold that one in, and this is where, you know, any of your cards, and it doesn't need to be pattern paper, you know, it could be your linen, it could be your glitter if you want to. It would look awesome. And then what we can then do is go in with our next one, and we're just going to repeat both steps with the medium and then the small. So then that one is then also going to then get tucked into here. So that's just going to line up and then along the base. So I can press that one in, that one here, and then that can then tuck into there. And then we're just running that parallel along the base, hold that one in, and then even then, you know, it looks quite cool like that. So even if you didn't want the, well, essentially what would be the third one at the front, you can leave it like that, but we can go in with that third one. And then that, in the way that it's all been thought for you, that when you tuck that one into here, sits flush against the top here. So then we can tuck that one in, hold that one in, press that one in, gonna go a 6x6 envelope, press it in so it's nice, strong and sturdy, and then go in and decorate to your heart's content that you can see here. So if I bring that one in, so I will pop that one into demo of the show, but that is it. That's how you can then start to create your tiered pop-up card. So you can have maybe your flowers sticking out, go in with your acetate. You can do maybe the fairy from Once Upon a Time. It could be your dragonflies that we've got here. Whatever you like, you can start to decorate them. And then that, other than the decoration, all done with no die cutting machine.
And that is the brilliance about it. That's why you'll love this amazing template library, and I'm only hoping that you manage to get your hands on it because it is such a great crafty product. We're going to do a quick vote, and we'll get your vote for your favourite make of the show. And then, of course, we'll do the big vote later on in Monday Makers for the demo of the day. It will be a Craig win today. But what's your favourite? Two to choose from. Take us through them, Craig.
Rightio. So we made our little handbag. So our little secret gift handbag that we've made there. And then we've gone in and we've done that one as well as a finished project. So both from Template Library, you've got one or two to choose from.
One for the bag, two for the other project. What paper were you using, Craig? Sherry wants to know for that last project.
Wildflower. That was wildflower, yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Get voting. You've got a couple of minutes, I reckon, to get your vote in on that. Just very quickly as well, one thing which a lot of you who bought the template library today also bought the pick of the day. This is still available. This is only a 24-hour deal though, so again, if you like the look of this, then it might be worth getting it in your basket. Toot sweet. All the pick of the days are 24 hours. All the pick of the days come with double points for you as well. So this is brilliant because realistically here, if you look at the price it should be, you're better than half price, but you're not actually losing out on points here because you're getting the points that you would have got if you'd have paid the price, because you're getting double. So 80 points, 96 points, but you're only paying £40 or $48 for the set. The way I work this out, I always try and look at these and kind of do the maths on it for you. This is how I would look at it. You pay for the first two pads that I show you, and then the next three you're going to get for free within the bundle, which is crazy. So Craig's fave, this one here, that beautiful luxury textured pastels in the 12 by 12. You've got a selection of beautiful colours, and of course half of that is that pearlized double-sided effect, and half of that you've got in that beautiful textured linen. Then you're also going to get the 32 sheets of our amazing luxury mirror card with that mixture of matte mirror card and mirror, and of course you've got the silver and the gold through here as well. It's 32 sheets, so 16 sheets of each. It is a fantastic pad, and again, let's lean that forward, you can probably see it a little bit better. It is one of our best sellers, no word of a lie, so to have this in this bundle I think is incredible. So basically you pop those two in your basket. That is what you're paying for, £40 or $48, and then the next few items you get for free. Luxury cardstock in the red, the glitter, the mirror card and the matte mirror, free. 40 sheets of the trends in the Centura Pearl, free. 16 sheets of our linen cardstock, which was with the Summer Meadow pad, which we've literally launched a few weeks ago, for free. It's incredible value for money across the board there. I mean, everyone who loves their crafting will be picking this up today because it's so many lovely card pads, and even if you've got it, it's always handy to have more, isn't it? Really is. Right, Nee Connie says, love that tiered pop-up, Craig. So many configurations and occasions are possible, but what was your demo of the show? 2.
I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Number 2. There you go.
Beautiful.
Demo of the show.
That was what you call a fantastic show. I think we cobbled, hopefully, something together which was mildly entertaining and inspirational. Shame we couldn't have the full launch, but it was all gone, of course. Monday Makers still to come. And when it comes to Monday Makers later on, we have got lots to bring to you. Statement cut in and cut out dies. We've got that garden party selection, which is hanging on by a thread. Colourable creator cards. Those 4 Monday mega deals we will show you once again as well. And we've got a brilliant hero tool for you as well, which I think will come in quite handy, particularly if you've jumped in and bought that Duet ink pads showstopper collection today as well. Denise Starr says, Craig and Ben, you are a delight to me. Thank you for a great show as usual. Well, Denise, thank you for your kind words. It's always fun to be here, and we love to bring these shows to you. Thank you to Rachel. Brilliant as always. Massive thank you to you. See you in 2 hours? Yes, we'll do. Let's do it. We will do it all over again. So won't you join us 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Until then, keep shopping, keep checking the website out. Some great deals to be had. We'll see you in a couple of hours. Bye!